back in the house again. She's going to be put on staff. Kara Stillhauer, 5th grader from the Oconto Falls Elementary School, helping us out with shooting statistics. She was with us on Tuesday. And at this time, I'm going to send it over to my partner. He's going to give us some more names. Tonight's starting lineup.
That I can do. All right, starting tonight for the Wrightstown Tigers. Jeremy Van Zeeland, number 2. Mason Hazard, number 14. James Hansen, number 23. Luke Hayes, number 30. And Jacob Binney, number 34. And now bringing it strong, the Oconto Falls Panther 5. Senior guard, Mason Sefik, number 3. Sophomore guard, Mitchell Mann, number 11. Junior guard, Josiah Shane, number 20. Junior forward, Dakota Caribou, number 23. And sophomore center, Zach Parsons, number 44. Give a cheer. Hip-hop is here. It's time for Northeastern Conference Boys High School Basketball at Oconto Falls Fieldhouse. All
right, thank you very much, Brett. Panthers in their home white. And the Wrightstown Tigers, their school colors, the Columbia blue. Shorts and jerseys with the white lettering. Panthers will be moving from our left to our right here in the first half. In the center circle, we've got Luke Hayes, the 6'5 senior, and Zach Parsons, the 6'5 sophomore. Cap is controlled by Wrightstown.
Just a quick note, we didn't mention this in pregame, but Panthers played them pretty tough in their first meeting, only losing by 8 points. And that was down in Wrightstown.
On the drive, Hazard kicks outside. They'll swing it to Binding. Way outside, Hazard tries to drive middle, and we've got a traveling call.
Yeah, he dragged that pivot foot.
Yeah, you're right, Brett. And talking with Coach Hurst also, he said they make a few more shots, obviously. Things are a little different, but they went a little bit cold at one point. But he was pretty happy with the effort, and especially on the defensive end in that ball game. Here's Sefik to the front court. Josiah Shane. Get pass over Mann. Now, on top, they look for Shane. Parsons, baseline jumper in the air, came up short. Put back, blocked. It was Caribou who had it. Here comes the Tigers into the front court. It's Hansen launching 3, no good. Rebound, Caribou had it and was fouled.
I was going to go on Van Zeeland, picking up the first foul of the game.
We're going to have full court pressure by Tigers.
Dakota Caribou being strong on the boards already, got an offensive board and just came down with that defensive board.
Panthers get it into Sefik. He'll bring it up himself, clears Scapegoal out, works the dribble against Hansen. Front court now. Top of the key, Mann's open, firing a 3 off the mark. Binding with the rebound. Lead pass ahead, looking way out in front for Hansen. He saves it, gets it in to Van Zeeland, kicks back outside. Hayes for 3, too strong. Long rebound comes down to Shane. Josiah brings it front court. Caribou outside the arc. On top, Mann's again. Need to get Mitchell Mann going with his outside shot. Been a little quiet the last 2 games. Here's Sefik to the baseline. Little floater. No good. Came up short. 3-on-1 bust out. 3-on-2 now. Van Zeeland, he's going to be called for a travel.
That's his second one.
Van Zeeland is the sophomore into the starting lineup to replace Froze, who sprained that ankle last night, if you're just joining us. Sefik lets everybody clear out it once again. Gives it up to Parsons. Caribou, top of the key. Long 2-pointer. Back bracket, no. Van Zeeland, here he is on a run out again. Right down the lane line with the left hand. He missed the lay-in.
Tell you what, it's cold out here on the floor right now.
Here's Shane. He's going coast to coast the other end. Blocked. He gets it back, but he's standing on the baseline. End-to-end action so far here. We're 2 minutes into tonight's ball game, and we still have no score.
You got to score. It's just
0-0.
Doubled up 0.
Into the ball game now for first time for Wightstown, and bringing the ball up is Rohan. Goes to the corner, skip pass, looking for Hayes. Three-pointer.
There.
And Wightstown
The drought is over.
on the board, 3-0. This time Shane will walk it up, brings it up against Hazard. Caribou to the elbow, kicks over to man, drops it back outside. This is Shane trying to get it inside on the block. Now outside the block to Parsons. He'll kick back outdoors. Man's lost the handle, knocked away from him by Rohan. Oconto Falls basketball right in front of the Wrightstown bench, far sideline from us. 3-0, 15-14, excuse me, in the first half. Here's Shane in the corner. Caribou, top of the key. They'll swing it to Parsons on the right wing. Back on top, Caribou had it, dropped it, picked up, dug out by Feldkamp, goes to the other end. No foul called. Caribou tried to stop him, put back. Up strong with that one was Hanson, and he got it to go. It looks like they're letting them play a little bit underneath.
So far, they're letting the boys bang.
Sesek being hounded by Hanson. Now we've got a foul called. Five nothing Wrightstown. It'll be Oconto Falls ball underneath their own basket.
Hanson picking up the foul for the Tigers.
And we're going to have an illegal screen called on Caribou.
Yeah, and there's first team foul by the Panthers.
Tried to set a screen on that inbound play, and teammate didn't come close enough, so he tried to slide that shoulder out, and he got called. Little three-quarter court press. Still in the backcourt. Wrightstown still looking. Now they get it across to Hanson. Double team by the Panthers. Kick back outside to Brager. Brager puts it on the deck. Back outdoors to Rohan. Hanson thought about the three. Keeping it outside. Hayes way outside. Panthers in the man-to-man defense. We saw him play at that entirely last Tuesday. Now they go inside to Hayes, and a foul is called.
So Sefek is going to pick up that one. Nice strong post move there by Hayes. Oh, that's going on Dakota.
That's two on Dakota. And Hayes will go to the free throw line.
Keats is up on off the bench for the Panthers.
Hayes notches another point. 6-0, Wrightstown. We played 3:55. Dakota's got 2 fouls, both of the team fouls for Oconto Falls. As Hayes makes both free throws, Coach Hurst calls a quick timeout, 7-0. We'll take one also. You're listening to Panther Basketball, WOCO.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
Panthers looking for their first basket yet tonight.
Yeah, they're 0-6 from the floor right now.
Again, full court pressure by Wrightstown. Once they get it in, they kind of drop back. The Panthers can just basically walk it up. Here's a double team on Mans. In trouble. Lost it on the floor. Picked up by Wrightstown. Here comes Rohan. Bounce to the corner. Hanson tried to get Parsons in the air. Catch and shoot three by Hayes. No good. Parsons clears the rebound. Way outside on that three-pointer by Hayes. Shane. Little shake and bake dribbles. Keats in the corner. Trying to go inside, and it's knocked away by Hayes. Going around Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons he's got to hold him off there. Can't let Hayes slip around his shoulder like that. Got to get a little wider and box him out.
Panthers bring in Nelson and Brabant. Dylan Nelson and Cade Braband on the floor.
Dylan had a real nice game for him Tuesday night, putting up 10 points.
Braband gets it into Shane, goes down the middle of the lane. Little right hand off the window, no good. Controlled by Wightstown. Lead pass ahead, looking for Hazard, goes to the basket, left it short.
Zach providing just enough interference there to cause that miss.
Panthers lose the handle in the front court, and then they're going to be called for a foul. Pete had it on the sideline, lost the handle, went diving for it, and got into the leg of the Tigers. Van Zeeland will run the show for Wrightstown. Binding outside. Gives it up to Hazard. Snaps off the three. It's good. We've got a 10-0 game right now. All Wrightstown on the scoreboard.
And Panthers need an answer here on this possession.
Well, we said it during the break, Brett. They can't afford to get too far behind. They can't dig a hole here. On top, Brabant out-muscling Hazard for that pass. Parsons picks up the dribble, in trouble. Now to Shane. Right of the wheel, way outside. 12:30 mark here in the first half. Parsons fade and flip from the baseline, came up short. Binding clears the rebound. Ahead to Hazard. Down the middle of the lane. No good, knocked away and out of bounds. It'll be Panther ball. Nobody stopping ball. Hazard went free throw line to basket.
Suffolk's in for Parsons.
On the floor for the Panthers, it will be Sefcik, Shane, and then we're going to have a foul called in the backcourt. Sefcik, Shane, Nelson, Brabant, and Pete.
Ben Yeager picking up the foul.
Somebody just went by with some burnt popcorn and smell.
I don't think it's somebody. I think the whole concession stand looks a little hazy right now.
Hopefully we don't hear a siren or
something. That's what I was thinking.
Here's Nelson swinging it over to Shane. Top of the key. Back to Pete.
Maybe that would help the Panthers out right now.
Something smoking in the concession. Let's get something smoking here. Sefcik. Man-to-man defense here.
Nice
Steal by Van Zeeland. Coach the cross quarter, and he lays it up and in. Nobody home.
It's down 12-0 now. There's another timeout. That's a full.
12-0 Wrightstown on top of the Panthers. We're at the 11:40 mark here in the first half. We're going to take another break. You're listening to your Panther Radio Network, WOCO.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
All right, down early here, 12-0. Panthers still looking to get on the board. Small student section tonight. Like you said, Brett, there's a lot of cars out there, but not a whole lot in the student area. Wightstown's brought a pretty good contingent, and Panther adult fans are supported fairly well.
Hopefully the Panthers are able to regroup during this full timeout and find some production here on the offensive side of the floor.
See if they come out with a set play out of that timeout. Shane has it in the backcourt. He'll bring it up. Mann checks back into the ball game at that break. Here's Shane. Bounces low left to Mann.
There it is. The nice dish by Shane. Easy put in by Mann.
Here's Flister. Getting it into Hansen.
Oh, they're letting everything go.
Ran over Shane. No call at all. And it's 14-2. And we've got we're going to come in a moving screen on Shane as he threw the shoulder in, according to this official.
Wow. I don't know about that one.
Contact on both ends, and Shane received it once, nothing. Gave it once, called. Here's Hayes. Catch and shoot three. Left side, no good. Rebound. Wightstown. Taken away by Man. Tapped into the backcourt. Sprinting to the other end. Left hand high off the window and in. Mitchell Mans has all four of the Panther points. It's now 14-4. Give and go to Hayes going down the lane line. Now we get the call. Offensive foul called on Hansen going through Man.
That's Hansen's second. Four fouls apiece for both teams.
No press this time. Heath has it outside the arc to Brabant. Down the lane line. He's bodied up. No call there either. And here come the Tigers. Hayes outside. The Guns. Off the glass and in by Hazard, taking it right down the lane line.
Yeah, they're certainly let them play a little here tonight.
Going to be physical. This is a game where if they're going to be physical, a guy like Dakota Caribou needs to be on the floor, but he's got 2 fouls.
Yeah, it's also a kind of game where he could foul out pretty quick.
Here's Pete for 3.
Bring him up! Bring him up!
No hesitation on that by Pete. From just right of the wheel. 16-7. And we've got a blocking foul called on Oconto Falls.
Dylan Nelson picking up his first. 15 foul by the Panthers. Other thing the Panthers don't want to get into is a free throw battle either, because we know how they fare from the line.
Hayes has it off the inbound, puts it on the floor, kicks back outside. Van Zeeland from beyond the arc. Long rebound, headed toward the corner. Hayes trying to save it, ends up in the stands. He stepped on the end line, though. Might have caught a fan on that one as he went in. Here's Shane, front court. 2-on-1 bust out. Nice fake with the pass.
Oh, left him standing.
Little fake pass to the right.
Now you see it. Now you don't.
Clister, another foul called on the Panthers. And checking.
That one's on Shane, picking up his second.
16-9 is our score. Panthers doing a nice job of cutting back into this. They're on a 9-4 run right now after Wrightstown jumped on top 12-0.
We saw Nelson do that Tuesday night. Same similar thing, driving the lane, faked the pass, and took it to the hoop.
And we've got a foul away from the ball. This one's going to be called on Wrightstown.
And Yeager picking up his second. They weren't calling stuff earlier, but now they sure are.
Panthers get it in against pressure. Nelson weaving through traffic ahead to Pete. Right wing, Stefsik, top of the key, swings it left side. Man gets the ball screen, moving right. Back to Stefsik. Puts it on the floor, spins it back outside to Pete. Brabant bounces out, trying to reverse the ball to Stefsik on the right wing now. Pressure defense by Wrightstown in the man-to-man, denying all wing passes when possible. Panthers looking to backdoor cut when it's available. Brabant, top of the key, over to Stefsik. Fans almost took that one in the head. Stefsik, back outside Pete. 8:30 and counting here in the first half. 16-9 Wrightstown. Panthers being patient on this offensive possession. And that's okay. Look for a good one. Brabant in the corner, back to Stefsik.
Making a play.
Man, Brabant in the corner. Takes inside, goes outside. Stefsik now right of the wheel.
Sooner or later, you're going to break them down.
Bounces back outside. Now, this is tiring for a defense if you can keep making them work. Here's Nelson down the left lane line. Oh! And with the left hand. When he went up, I didn't think there was any chance that thing was going in.
He put that wide on the glass and somehow got it to go down.
16-11.
Full timeout by the Tigers. That's the Panthers that Coach talks about, that they can turn it on, and They pulled them, tightened up their shoelaces, and got themselves back in this game.
This is an 11-4 run. We'll take another timeout here in the first half. Panthers down by 5 at 16-11. You're listening to high school basketball, WOCO.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in Oconto, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Nice little run by the Panthers from 11:40 in the first half to now 7:43, so almost a 4-minute run. They've outscored Wrightstown 11-4.
Yeah, the last up at the series, they were extremely patient and really worked Wrightstown. And finally, Nilsson broke them down with a nice drive down the left side and somehow kissed it up off the glass and got it to go in.
Wrightstown inbounding just to our left. They get it into Feldkamp. Picks up the dribble. Back outside. Rohan. Over on the left wing to Hazard. Now they bounce it inside to Hayes, and he goes up strong at the block. Go to your money, man. That play coming right into him on the block. Here's Brabant outside the arc. Deep. Gets it back. Looking for Mans in the corner. They could double team there. Mans trying to get it out of there. On the sideline, in trouble. Gets it to Pete. Quick pass inside low right. Back to Brabant. Hesitation up and in. Hanging in the air. Nice sharing by the Panthers.
Good ball movement.
Van Zeeland, front court.
Produces good shots.
Back to Feldkamp. Gives it back to Van Zeeland. There's Hazard. They're poaching on the inside. Hayes lost it off his hand. Nice jump in front by Stefsik to get a deflection.
Yeah, they're going right back to Hayes in the post.
6:45 and counting left to go in the first half. Mans will bring it up. Front court, 18-13, Wrightstown. Mans still pounding the dribble over to Brabant, right wing. He's got Hayes guarding him. They'll swing it to the far sideline, back to Mans, and Panthers just threw it away. Pete went inside, pass went outside. Turnover, Oconto Falls. Panthers will put out a little full court pressure. Now they fall back. Nelson guarding Van Zeeland. Over to Hazard, back on top. Now they'll bounce inside to Hayes again, threw it at his knees. Ball's loose on the floor, and we're going to have a foul called on Wrightstown.
Nice job by Connor Pete getting down and dirty to get that one. Rohan picking up the foul. Big foul for Wrightstown.
Hayes checks out, and Binding back into the ball game. And Brager in. Rohan out for the Tigers. They're staying in the man-to-man. They've got a nice rotation over there, so they can play end-to-end.
Tell you, a 3 right now would be real tasty for the Panthers.
6 minutes to go in the half. Here's Stefsik down the lane, lays it up and in.
Take that one as well.
It's a 3-point ball game. Front court. Feldkamp. Hazard gets it. Nice Feldkamp on a little wraparound pass. Little circle play, executed nicely. Here's Nelson behind his back, in trouble, outside, Stefsik. He puts it on the deck again, gets into the middle of the lane. Oh, a circus shot off glass is good. He wasn't even looking.
That was a turnover.
Turnover by Wrightstown on the end line.
Said Van Zeeland stepped over the line on the inbound.
Oconto Falls ball, 5:24 here in the half. Down by 3, 20-17. Pete, Vans, who almost threw it to Feldkamp. Here's Brabant. Back outside to Nelson. See how long the Panthers can run a possession here. Here's Nelson, floater, right side, knocked out of bounds by Peets, I believe. Yes, it is. Nelson got to the baseline, floated it with the right hand. Came up short.
Just not enough air.
Braybander, that up.
Okay, nice drop in.
Wanted a little air time. Tried to poach that midcourt pass. Knocked it out of bounds. Binding will inbound right in front of us. They go backcourt, Van Zeeland. Quick pass to the wing, Feldkamp, back on top, Binding. Now Hazar trying to work the bounce, lost it off the foot, and it went off Feldkamp's foot. I couldn't tell which size 11 got that one. Bounced it off his own foot, out of bounds, Panther basketball. Under 5 to go in the half. Inbound pass is poked away by Rohan. Panthers will try again. Looking the inbound, still looking. Braybank comes back into the backcourt to help out. Gives it up to Septic. Now Nelson, ball screen, moving right, kicks to the baseline. Braybank going hard to the basket, too strong, tipped once. Braybank has it again, head fake once, tries to muscle up, and a foul is called. Braybank to the free throw line.
Hazard picking up his first. We have our first 3 throws of the... Oh, no, we're not. Hayes had some earlier, but the first one for the Panthers is...
Braybank, 5'11" junior, knocks in the first. Good start on the line for the Panthers. They are down by 2 at 20-18. Panther energy has picked up as they've closed this gap. It was 12-0 at one time. Braybank, 2 for 2.
That's what we like to see. Got a 1-point game.
Lead pass ahead down the sideline. This is Brager. Out on top to Binding. Hayes trying to get to the baseline against Sefcik, and he's tripped up, and a foul will be called. Hayes hit the deck. Now he'll hit the line.
Sefcik picking up his first.
Josiah Shane and Dakota Caribou sitting on the bench right now with 2 fouls. See if Coach Hurst keeps them there for the rest of the half. Hayes buries the first.
3 of 3 from the line. You know, if they're hanging tough right now, they close the gap with those guys on the bench.
He's got a nice unit going right now.
Yeah, I don't think you mess with it.
What do you think of this kid's shooting stroke?
Pure.
Yeah. 2 for 2.
Coach's kid.
Grew up in the gym, right?
Yeah.
And working against Rohan. Braybank has it right side into the corner. Pete. Back on top. Man-to-man defense all the way by Wightstown. Tapped into the back air by Rohan. Vance does a nice job keeping him away. Here's Sefcik. Launching 3. Right side. Came up short. Rebound by Hayes. Knocked away by Braybank. Braybank tries to get it to Pete. He's got it. Off the glass. No good. Sefcik. Rhythm bounce. Off the window and in, and a foul.
Just hustle by the Panthers. That's all you can say.
That's all dirty work, isn't it, Brett?
That is dirty work. It's a dirty job, but you got to do it if you want to hang tough.
You got to love the Panther bench giving Cade Braybank the love right now, because that was all set up by Braybank. Sefcik got this thing up at 22. 3:53 mark. The 3-point play by Sefcik ties us up. This is a 22-10 run.
Pick set at half court.
Brager to Binding, top of the keys. Rohan back to Hayes outside. Sefcik guarding him to the baseline. It's Hayes that runs right over. Charge! And a foul is called offensive style.
That's going on Hazard, picking up his second.
You know, I think that was a great call, but the trail official from the farthest away was the one that made it.
Yeah.
But there was so much contact that something had to be called, and I think it was the correct call.
Was that Mans that picked that up?
Mans took the charge, yep. Pete's looking in trouble, gets it into Sefcik. 3:30 left to go in the first half. We're tied at 22. Sefcik. Pounded by Feldkamp. Brabant picks up the dribble over to Pete's right wing. Back on top, this is Mann, swings it left side. Nelson, that one partially blocked.
I believe so.
Hayes comes down for it for Wightstown. Gives it up to Rohan. He'll get it into the front court. Hayes from deep. That came up way short.
He was a good 3 feet behind the line on that one.
He was almost on the volleyball spike line. Here's Nelson again, right side, trying to get to the baseline. He does. Kicks to the Septic. Outside, man, catch and shoot 3. No good. Brabant runs it down. Lost it to Hayes. It goes out of bounds, and we're going to have blue ball as it went off Brabant last.
Nice hustle again by Brabant, though. You'll take that hustle any day. Any night. Any day. Any night.
Anytime you play, right? Rohan. Another ball screen moving right. Gives it up to Brager. Outside, Rohan 3. No good. Brabant with a nice block out. He'll give it to Nelson. 2.5 to go. Nelson kicks to Brabant. Puts it on the floor. To the line. To the lane. Down the road! He lays it up and in with 2:20. And the Panthers have a 2-point lead. Here's Brager. Putting it on the floor. Back outside to Hayes.
Man, I'm surprised they haven't gone back to Hayes in the post because Brabant's got him.
Yeah, that is the defense. And you just called it, Brett. Hayes has it on the block. Drop step. Window, no good. Septic clears the rebound, and we're going to have a foul called, and it's going on Brabant, I believe.
Cade's picking up his first. Hayes team foul.
Hayes will go to the free throw line. 1:55 left to go. Panthers on top, 24-22.
Well, we know the result of what's going to be here. Hayes has not missed from the line.
Still hasn't.
I don't think he's hit the rim.
24-23 on that make.
Automatic.
Second. Oh! Out. Too much rim. It popped out. Septic. Lead pass ahead to Brabant. Back to Septic. Buck 45. Vance has it on the left wing. Brager right in his face. Here's Peach. Catch and shoot 3 from the right wing. No good.
Vance is right there.
Battling for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. It goes to Wrightstown. He was battling Brager.
Yeah, not many 3 balls dropped in this first half. Only 1 by the Panthers and 2 by the Tigers.
Full court pressure by Oconto Falls. Now they'll drop out of it. Weaving to front court, Clister. Over to Brager. Brager with Nelson on him. Back outside, Feldkamp. Feldkamp not looking at the 3. Brager gets it back. Left wing goes inside. Knocked away by Pete. He pokes it from the backside.
Nice sweep
out of it, too. Front court, Panthers by 1. Pete picks up the dribble, knocked away and out of bounds. Hayes knocked it out of bounds. He thought Brabant might have got a finger on it. Brabant says, no, I didn't. 1:10 left to go.
A little chit-chat going on there.
No, not on an inbound. They called over and back, but to be honest, you can't have an over and back on an inbound, no matter where he starts. Here come the Tigers. 1 minute left to go in the half. Oconto Falls on top, 24-23. Lister over to Feldkamp. He threw it to nobody, but ran down by Brager. Here's Lister, gets it back. They're trying to get Hayes in the post. They're doubling him whenever he's down in there. Back on top to Clister. 40 seconds. Driving middle, Brager pulls up, no good. Clister gets an offensive rebound, taken away by Nelson. 30 seconds, make it 25 now. Nelson pushes to the front court. Ball fake, blocked, knocked away. Mans has it. See what the Panthers do with 18. Here's Septic. He goes down the left lane line, and we're going to have a foul called a push, and Sesek will go to the free throw line. I think Coach Hurst wanted to play for one.
Rowan picking up his second. That's a 10th team foul. Mason towing the line.
And you're going to see 4 new ones coming in for Wrightstown for the last 15 seconds here. 14.9 to be exact. Sesek bounces it 3 times. Free throw came up short. Sesek has 1 more. That free throw, that one came up short. Brabant tried to keep it alive against Hayes, and they call it off. Hayes, it'll be Panther basketball with 13.3. And now we're going to have those 4 new subs coming back in. Those 4 came in for offense. Now these 4 have to come in for defense. They're matching up. Panthers with a chance for the last possession here. Last shot of the half. Let's see what they do. On the roll, Brabant goes way outside to Nelson, near the timeline. 12 seconds. Over to Brabant. Near far sideline, Nelson with 6, 5, puts it on the floor. Heath. Back outside, looking for Nelson. He's going to launch 3 way downtown, and that's going to be well short. Panthers really did get into a set there, those final 13 seconds, but they'll go to the locker room with a 1-point lead at 24-23. When you look at this game, Brett, Panthers were down 12-0. They have outscored the Wrightstown Tigers in the final 11-40, 24-11. Our halftime score is 24-23, Panthers. We're going to send it back to the studio. Let Dave go to work. When we come back, we'll recap this first half. Get set for an exciting second half. 24-23 is our halftime score. You're listening to high school basketball on WOCO.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Did you know NEW Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative? So as a credit union member, you own the credit union. Because we have no stockholders to satisfy, the profits go back to you, the owner, in the form of better rates and a multitude of up-to-date services. NEW Credit Union has offices in Oconto Falls, Surrey, Oconto, and Peshtigo, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto and Shawano counties of Wisconsin, and Menominee County, Michigan. It is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and an equal housing opportunity lender. Find out what we're all about online at newcu.org or call 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Why not take advantage of everything your local credit union has to offer? We're your home team, here to serve you. Why not try NEW Credit Union and own it?
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
This Wisconsin Radio Network Sports Report is presented by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. Winter is the best time to test your home for radon. Find out more at lowradon.org.
The Packers have a new man running their defense. I'm Bill Scott with sports. Mike Pettin officially announced yesterday as defensive coordinator in Green Bay, replacing Dom Capers, who was fired at the end of the season. Packers had their share of injuries last season, but they also struggled fundamentally and from an assignment standpoint. And Mike Pettin says that will be a focal point for the Packers moving forward.
It's about paying attention to detail. I mean, there's no magical, people talk about scheme and what kind of playbook. That's a very small part of playing good defense, playing great defense. It all starts with the fundamentals. I've always said we can line up and play one front and one coverage. If our guys are prepared and we play with great technique and great passion, we'll be successful. So I've always want to make sure that our guys know scheme is worthless unless your guys play with great passion and great technique.
As for head coach Mike McCarthy, he now reports to team president and CEO Mark Murphy.
He's on a competition committee, so I mean there's insight there, and just to have communication. I mean, he's pretty much checked in with me on a daily basis, has been very forthcoming as he's coaching, anything he could do. So I like that. I think we talk about the basics in any professional organization or business, and communication is at the forefront. Our communication has greatly increased, and for that we are better.
McCarthy said so far, so good. Horizon League men's basketball tonight. Cleveland State in Green Bay to take on the Phoenix. Milwaukee Panthers on the home court tonight against Youngstown State. For the second straight season, Bucks guard Malcolm Brogdon will play in the 2018 Mountain Dew Kickstart Rising Stars game at NBA All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles. The game features 10 of the top first and second-year NBA players from the U.S. against 10 first and second-year players from around the world. The Bucks worked out today. They will return to action tomorrow night at home against the Brooklyn Nets. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to, are you? Kids, work, listening to the radio. You're busy, which is great because busy people can't get prediabetes. Oh my, I read that wrong. They can. Should have worn my glasses. So visit doihaveprediabetes.org and take a short test, because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Well, I finally improved my credit score. What? The band is about to be discovered. Rock gods don't need to worry about credit scores. We're supposed to think about how many guitars we've smashed, make ridiculous on-tour requests, tragically break up and blame creative differences.
Yeah, I'm not banking my retirement on a band that's never left your garage.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Wisconsin did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Did you know NEW Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative? So as a credit union member, you own the credit union. Because we have no stockholders to satisfy, the profits go back to you, the owner. in the form of better rates and a multitude of up-to-date services. NEW Credit Union has offices in Oconto Falls, Surrey, Oconto, and Peshtigo, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto and Shawano counties of Wisconsin, and Menominee County, Michigan. It is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and an equal housing opportunity lender. Find out what we're all about online at newcu.org or call 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Why not take advantage of everything your local credit union has to offer? We're your home team, here to serve you. Why not try NEW Credit Union and own it?
He's Brett on Todd. We're at halftime. The Oconto Falls Panthers have a 1-point lead over the Wrightstown Tigers, 24-23. Boys, Northeastern Conference action here tonight at the Fieldhouse. Panthers were down 12-0 to start this ball game. They did not score in the first 11 and a half minutes of this game. From that point on, they went on a 24-11 run, outscoring the Tigers by 13, and they own a 1-point lead, 24-23.
They missed their first 8 shots, made their next 2. This is the next one, but then won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. So, a little streaky.
That'll get your field goal percentage up.
Yeah, Panthers shot 10 of 29 from the floor for 34%, 3 of 5 from the line for 60%. We don't have shooting percentages for Wrightstown, but we do know from free throws they were 5 of 6 for 83%.
Should mention that Dakota Caribou and Josiah Shane, 2 starters for the Panthers, were out most of that run, if not all of it.
Yeah. All 6 of those free throws attempted by Luke Hayes, so no other Tigers stepped up to the line. Looking at scores here at half, Luke Hayes for Wrightstown leads all scores with 10 points. 5 for Hazart, 4 for Hansen, and then 2 apiece for Van Zeeland and Feldkamp. On the Panthers side, leading the way with 7 points, Nathan Sefek, 6 for Brabant, and then 4 for Mann, 3 for Peets, and 2 apiece for Nelson and Shane.
See how the Panthers, who they come back with. For Wrightstown, let's do them first. They've got Hayes, Hazart, Van Zeeland, Hansen, and Binding.
Binding's such a mean pick. I think he's more of a football player than he is a basketball player. But
on the floor for the Panthers, and inbounding will be Mitchell Mann. Caribou and Shane back on the floor with those 2 fouls, Sepsic and Parsons. Parsons didn't see a lot of action in that first half either. It was a combination that Coach Hurst saw was working, and he stuck with it. Here's Shane. Picks up the dribble on the curl. Back outside. Sepsic, 3. Got it! Good way to start the second half. A 3-ball by Sepsic. Driving kick offense on that possession. Here's Hansen. Back outside to Hayes. Gets Sepsic in the air. Back over to Binding. Top of the key. Came up short. Hansen comes down with it off the glass and in. On the putback. It's a 2-point Panther lead, 27-25. Sepsic working the dribble against Hansen. Gets the ball screen moving left. Kicks to the corner. Caribou. Head fake once. Back on top. Mans with a nice one-handed catch. Between the circles. Gives it up to Shane. Parsons in the corner. Back top of the key. Caribou. 1 minute gone by here in the first half. Mans has it left of the wheel. Back over to Sepsic. Puts it on the floor. Drops it inside. Low right. Caribou missed the lay-in. Hayes comes away with it. Sprinting to the other end. He'll push it with the left-hand dribble. In the corner, this is Hansen, 3. No good. Parsons with a nice rebound.
Nice strong board by Zach.
Right in the center circle. Shane over to Caribou. Quick pass to the block. Parsons fade away, no good, and we've got a foul called, and I believe it's on Oconto Falls. It is.
That's Dakota picking up a quick one. That's definitely something he didn't need to do. That's his 3rd. Coach Hurst is going to let him ride it out here a little bit, I think.
Van Zeeland walks to the front court, over to Hansen, left swing. Head fake, driving, middle blocked by Parsons. There was contact, but they let it go. Here's Septic to the corner. Shane brings the dribble back outside. At the elbow, he's going to pull up 18. No good. He shot at 16. Saved by Septic. Right to Wrightstown. Here come the Tigers. Van Zeeland. Hesitation dribble against Mans. He holds his ground. Hansen back to Binding. Top of the key. Hazard. Back outside. Hansen. Man-to-man defense by Oconto Falls. Binding, skip pass to Hansen. Corner, jumper, floating, good.
Got it.
We're tied at 27. 15-30 mark. 27 all. Van Zeeland starting this ball game for the injured Tyler Crows. And he's running the point. Stefsik. Back outside to Mitchell Mann. Mann trying to clear himself from Van Zeeland. Top of the key. They'll swing it left to right. Parsons. Right side over to Caribou. Down the lane. Bounces low left. Mann had it. Lost it. Taken away. Pass was a little low. Hazard looking up the floor to Hansen. Head fake once. Nice block out by Van Zeeland. Stefsik from being able to block that one. With 14:45 left to go, Wrightstown reclaims the lead, 29-27. Caribou, three, yes, and he hit the deck.
That's Dakota's first basket of the game.
Caribou hit the deck after the shot. Here's the three. Parsons clears the rebound. I don't know if he got undercut after he released it. No call was made, but he knocked in the three-pointer. He's got it again, right of the wheel. Over to Mans. He's going to launch three. Yes!
Hey, baby! Three balls weren't dropping in the first, but that's 3 threes here right away in the second half for the Panthers.
Hansen to the elbow. Back outside, Binding. Quick pass to Hazard on the block. Muscles up and in. 33-31. Oconto Falls. Parsons hands it off to Stefsik. He runs the far sideline. Knocked away by Hayes on the post. Stefsik picks it up. Scoops it over to Mann. Into the corner now. Stefsik. Shane trying to post up ball side. He'll pounce to the corner. Now he'll dribble out of there. Corner. Parsons. Back outside to Shane. Panthers need to get some movement going against this man-to-man defense. Shane to Caribou in the corner. Skip pass. Wants Mann way far side. He's going to pull up for three. That's off the mark. Did a nice job of working that down, but maybe a little quick with that. Here's Hayes on the snap on the other end for three. Rebound. People on the deck. Balls on the deck, and Parsons will tie up Van Zeeland. Well, we said it in the first half, Brett. They're letting them play.
Yeah, there's about 4 bodies colliding midair for that rebound.
Nelson and Braband in for Oconto Falls. Mans and Stefsik will check out. Coach Hurst wants to get Pete in also. And Pete will check in for Parsons.
A tough matchup for the Panthers here.
Braband's on Hayes again. Last time in the first half, we saw him take him inside. On the inbound, they get it back to Hansen for three. Rebound by Yeager. Putback is good. We're tied at 33. Shane running the point right now for the Panthers on this possession. Caribou for three. Came up way short. Hayes with the rebound.
They rushed that shot.
Running to the other end. Crossing over. Hansen tried to drop it inside. Looking for Feldkamp.
Nelson getting in the passing lane, tipping that one out.
12:27 left to go in the ball game. We're tied at 33 each. Hansen inbound to Feldkamp. Way outside to Hayes. See if they take him inside. Hayes, now he's on the block. Brabant behind. With a Rohan. Takes the dribble to the top. Drops it back outside to Feldkamp. Panthers man-to-man defense. Rohan has it far sideline. Came up short. Knocked around. Ball's loose. Rohan knocked it out of bounds. Panther basketball.
Steffek's up and off the bench. Checking back in for Dakota. Caribou.
Got a little one-man press right now. Steffek comes back to the front court to handle it. Here's Shane. On the curl, it's Pete. Right hand, no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up off the glass and in.
Way to stay with it, Connor. Gets his own board, puts it back in for two. Those float shots haven't been working too well for the Panthers tonight.
Here's a kick outside to Rohan. Now Hayes. Standing on the Panther head, just in front of us. Hansen driving to the baseline. That one spins out. Ball hit the ground on the rebound, and Steffek grabbed it.
Everybody's watching that one.
Lead pass ahead to Pete. Back outside. Shane. Braban has it. Top of the key. Swings it right side. Nelson back on top. Steffek. 11-11 and counting. Steffek. Directing traffic. On the back cut. He's got Pete and he gave it away in. Nelson's got it. Back outside. Steffek catch and shoot. Three straight on. No good. Braban tries to keep it alive. And he's going to be called for being on the line, but nice hustle by him and Feldkamp.
Tell you what, Braban's having a heck of a game tonight. He is hustling out there. Mr. Hustle.
Binding will inbound. They got to go end to end.
The ref is hustling. He's wiping off his forehead. He's got a little sweat buildup going there.
Van Zeeland has a ball screen coming. There's Binding's screen. Somebody's got to call that out. That's a solid screen.
Yeah. they got to help a brother out on that one.
Rattle around. Here's Binding. Firing three. No good. Rebound. Put back. No good. It's Yeager who's going to go to the free throw line.
That's going to go on Braban. That's only his second team foul for the Panthers.
Yeah, when you see that screen coming up, if you're guarding Binding, you got to let your teammate know.
There's going to be some bruised bodies after this one.
Teeth are rattling. Yeager's off the mark on the first. Shane will check out. Mann's back on the floor. We're at 10:37 left to go in this one. Panthers by a deuce. Take it by one. Yeager gets one of two. Mann's had it protected away by Van Zeeland. Lays it in, and they got a point lead with 10:30 left to go.
Yeah, Van Zeeland picked him real clean.
This time, Steffek will bring it up.
He's been working on that one all night.
Scoops it over to Pete. Back on top to Nelson between the circles. Left side, Steffek trying to drive against Yeager. Back outside, Nelson launching three, headed out of bounds. Mann saves it in, but he's standing on the line.
I don't think Nelson was quite set on that shot. Coach told him keep shooting.
They get it into Rohan. Manns will back off him, and he'll bring it into the front court. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. To the baseline. Jumper, good, and a foul called on the Panthers. It was Hazard.
Dylan Nelson picking up the foul. I didn't see that one.
It's a three-point Wrightstown lead at 38-35. Hazard trying to make it more. And it is 4 now.
Full timeout. Taking 30 for the Panthers.
We'll take one, too, at 39-35. Wrightstown on top of Oconto Falls. You're listening to your Panther Radio Network.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
Just over 8 minutes have been played here in the second half. Wrightstown has outscored the Panthers 16-11 in those 8. They own a 4-point lead at 39-35. Full court pressure by the Tigers. Sefcik will bring it up with the left hand. Now crosses over as he gets across the timeline. Looking to trap over on that side, and we've got a foul away from the ball from the far official.
There's been some long-distance calls tonight.
Got the angle, man. I got the angle.
That one's on Rohan, picking up his third.
Feining's trying to take ball out.
Might as well give it a shot. What's it going to hurt?
Foul called on Wightstown. I'll take it out anyway. I'll pass it to the white team, I promise. Brabant, looking, still looking. Goes outside, looking for Peaches in the backcourt. Van Zielen again has it. He lays it up, missed the lay-in. Hazard follows and gets the putback.
Yeah, that's one you can't give up right there. Caribou up and off the bench for the Panthers.
Here's Sefcik to Brabant, right wing. Over to Pete. Sefcik trying to post up ball side. Taken away by Hazard. One-on-one against Brabant on the other end. Brabant tried to draw the charge, and we're going to have a blocking foul called. 2 free throws coming.
That's Cade's third.
I think we don't have that little arc, but I think that's basically why that one was called. He was pretty deep underneath the hoop. I think he would have let it go if it would have went in. The call came late. Hazard on the free throw line. Flash. It's now a 7-point Tiger lead.
Yeah, Panthers need to muster up some energy here and fire back with a short rally.
Another good free throw by the Tigers. This is a 10-0 run.
Back-to-back turnovers on the Panthers.
10-0 run by the Tigers. This baby was tied at 33. Excuse me, Panthers were ahead 35-33. Here's Sefcik, left of the wheel. 9 minutes to go in the ballgame. On the back cut, they try to get it into Brabant, loose on the floor. Here comes Hazard digging it out. Caribou on the other end. He's got to be careful. Hazard crosses over, lays it up with the left hand on the opposite side.
That's 3 turnovers in a row.
And it's a 10-point Tiger lead. Just that quick. Wightstown. Well, they're number 1 in the conference with Marinette for a reason. Here's Brabant looking for Caribou on the nice curl. Gets the lay-in. Good answer by the Panthers.
Now they need a defensive stop here. Instead, they're going to get a foul.
Hustling to the other end, picking up the foul for Oconto Falls will be Brabant again.
That's Cade's fourth. 15 foul by the Panthers to 1 by the Tigers.
They call it on the floor. Brabant will check out. Nelson comes back in. On the lob, they go to Hazard off the glass. No good. Bodies on the floor again. Shane digs it out. Hounded. Double team back there. Gets it up to Sefcik. Sefcik beats Van Zielen to the other end, and he can't get it to go, but a foul is called. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Jeremy Van Zielen picking up his third. Only the second foul by Tigers. Sefcik to the line where he's 1 of 3.
Sefcik can't get the first one. He's got one more. 3 new ones for Wightstown on the floor. Hayes back on the floor with Yeager. Brager. Also Van Zielen. And Hansen. Hansen gets the rebound on the miss. 3 in the air by Brager. Came up short. Caribou clears the rebound. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Tigers by 8. Here's Nelson. Hesitation down the lane. Left hand.
Couldn't get it to go.
Nice mistake. Just off the rim. Quick pass inside, deflected, and wrestled away from Shane, and it'll be Tiger ball. And again, no call there. Now we've really got a mismatch because Mans is guarding Hayes. Jaeger has it. Here's Hayes on the outside, firing the three, and it's good.
That's Luke's first basket here in the second half.
And it gives the Tigers a 11-point lead. Here's Nelson. Ball screen by Shane. Nelson scoop with the right hand. It's good, and a foul. We've seen Dylan make a few acrobatic shots.
Hampton picking up his third. Third team foul for Wrightstown.
Hampton can't believe it. Foul was called on him, and Van Zeeland checks in for him. Panthers doing a quick matchup here while Nelson's on the free throw line. Dylan to shoot one. And it crawls. He completes the three-point play. Now he's going to be called for a foul as he was hounding Van Zeeland just too tight.
The game's kind of swinged here a little bit. In the beginning of the game, you could almost get away with anything. Now you're jaywalking, they're calling it.
Coach Hurst trying to bother the inbounder, just jokingly, but here's Van Zeeland. He gets it in. Now he wants an arm bar. No call made. Hazard deflected out of bounds. Caribou got a hand on it. Be careful in those lower boxes down there. You got to have your head, eyes on the game. Somebody caught that one right in the nose. Inbounding will be Brager. Hazard from the corner. Three is good.
Hazard exploding here in the second half for Wrightstown.
Now he's going to come up and guard Shane. Bounces. Caribou. Now Septic in the corner. Man. Free throw line back outside to Caribou. Trying to drive against Hayes. Skip pass. Septic. Back to the basket. Bounces outside to Nelson. He splits the defense again. Left hand again. And up and in.
Tell you what, Nelson, he's putting back-to-back games together for the Panthers.
Real aggressive, and they're going to call a foul, a blocking foul on Mitchell Mans as he went for the double team.
Mans is down on the floor saying, come on, give me the arm bar. That's Mitchell's first 17 foul by the Panthers.
Hazard will go to the free throw line as the Tigers are now in the bonus.
He's got 14 here in the second half, matches his number.
That one's way off the mark, but the rebound's going to come down to Hansen. That one missed so bad it went way outside. Hazard three. Shane clears the rebound. Front court. Now Caribou, right corner. Back to Nelson. They'll get it back to Septic. Closing in on 6 minutes to go in this ball game. Nelson has it. Van Zeeland teeing it up on him. Here's a three in the air. No good. That was by Man. I got screened out. Van Zeeland lead pass ahead. Hayes got Hazard. Panthers just don't get back. It's 11 points again.
Timeout, Panthers taking a fall.
53-42 with 5:46 left to go. Timeout, Oconto Falls. Timeout, WOCO.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Little gymnastics routine by one of the Wrightstown fans. A little backflips here next to our left.
Oh, totally missed it. Totally.
Tigers on top, 53-42. This ball game was, let me see, let me go back to, Panthers had a 35-34 lead.
There was a series in there where the Panthers committed 3 turnovers in a row, which led to 6 easy points by Wrightstown.
Tigers actually went on a 12-0 run after the Panthers were on top by 2. That gave them a 10-point lead. Shane Parsons. Oh, there's a scramble defense by Wightstown. They had 2 players going for that, poaching that pass, and now we've got a foul called on Caribou, I believe.
No, they're calling on Brabant, I think.
Okay.
Up there? No. Yep. That's Cade Smith.
Coach Hurst
Teammate
wants to ask why, but he just kind of walked away as the official came over and said 5 fouls on number 22. And Hazard will step to the free throw line. He's well short. Caribou with the rebound. Lost his balance. Tipped it off ahead, but man will bring it up. Here's Shane, open for 3. Yes, he might. Panthers needed that. Down by 8. Hansen kicks to Hazard, driving middle. Outside, Hayes, 3.
There's the answer.
Drive and kick basketball. Here's Parson. He'll hand it off to Mann, brings it into the front court. Pete, the Caribou, back to Shane. Hazard stepping out this time. Quick pass, low left to Pete from Mann. A foul is called.
Hansen picking up his 4th.
Pete will step to the free throw line. 4:52 left to go in the ball game. 56-45, Wightstown.
Yeah, Hansen was just trailing on that. Pete beat him to the block. Great entry pass.
Pete, good.
Back to a 10-point lead for Tigers.
Pete has one more. Bingo. Single-digit lead by Wightstown at 9. Hazard to Hayes. Outside the arc. Van Zeeland with Parsons on him. Skip pass outside. This is Yeager. Yeager gets the ball screen, getting to the baseline. Back outside Van Zeeland. Now Hayes. Caribou guarding him. They bounce to the block. It's Van Zeeland trying to circle underneath the basket. In trouble. Taken away by Mann. Mann sprinting to the other end. Lays it up and in. He was being chased, but he outrun him with the dribble. Got it to go. 7-point. Wightstown lead.
That was probably one of the most fluid steals I've seen.
Hazer tries to drop it to Van Zeeland. He saves it in. Here comes Braggart down the lane, and another foul called. James stepped in and took it.
That was going to go on Braggart.
At 56-49.
Timeout, Wightstown.
4 minutes and 1 second left to go in the ball game. Timeout, Tigers.
Taking a 30.
We'll take a quick one also. In-game, WOCO Sports Radio.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Basketball, they got to go end to end. Mitchell Mann working against Braggart. Ball screen going right. Mann to the elbow, back outside to Shane. Caribou wants to set a ball screen for him. Into the corner. This is Pete. One guy that's been on the bench for a while is Sefcik. Parsons has it. To Mann, outside the arc. Top of the key. Putting it on the floor. Trying to shake Braggart. Behind his back. Over to Pete. Catch and shoot three. Left pocket. Yes, sir.
Woo! Bam! Big one by Pete.
A 4-point Tiger lead. 3:20. Here's Yeager outside the arc. Over to Hayes. Pete's guarding Hayes now. Hazer, three. Yes.
Tell you what.
Big answer.
Big answer.
3 minutes to go in the ball game. Pete has it. Top of the key. Caribou. Quick pass, low right. Skating from the baseline. Man's no good. Hayes with the rebound. Now Sefcik's at the scorer's table, as is Hansen for Wrightstown. Back on top to Braggart. Yeager. See if they take the air out a little bit with 2:30 and counting and a 7-point lead. Van Zeeland. Yeager has it. He's going to launch three. No good. Parsons with a rebound. They better go get it from Parsons.
I'm not sure that's the shot they wanted.
And here comes Shane. That was a little scary.
Yeah.
Nothing against Zach, but you want your guard bringing it up there. Over to Parsons. Head fake. Driving against. Oh! Can't get it to fall. Nothing today. The other end. Van Zeeland all the way down. Blocking foul called on Caribou and a bucket for Van Zeeland. With 2:02.
I believe that scored his fourth.
Sefcik will come in for Parsons.
A real nice take by Parsons. And big guy like that, you like to see him come up and just flush it.
Yeah.
That would have lit the house up.
Finding in for Yeager. Caribou out. On the floor for the Panthers, they've got Nelson, Mann, Shane, Pete, and Sefcik. All 5 3-point shooters.
First time to line.
And Van Zeeland completes the 3-point play.
Yeah, they're a good free throw shooting team.
10-point lead, 2 minutes to go. They're going to look to trap. Here's Sefcik. Looking for the corner deflection. Mans has it outside. Shane, 3. Came up short. Tipped around. Sefcik trying to keep it. Shane has it. Bounces to the baseline. Bounce roll left. Nice find by Nelson to man.
Nice sharing by the Panthers. And it's over back.
It's busted there. Quick answer. Quick steal by the Panthers. 6-point lead. 1:30 to go. Fining has it in the front court. Over to Hansen. And we've got a foul called. 1-1 for Hansen. The foul go against Oconto Falls.
Mitchell picking up the foul, his second only. Hansen to the line for the first time.
1:23 left to go. It's double bonus the rest of the way for Wrightstown. Panthers are not in the bonus yet. Hansen, first one is good. Little body English helped that one. Possession arrow goes to Oconto Falls on the next tie-up. Hansen with one more. He's straight in on that. Panthers running to the other end, down by 8. Nelson has it. Corner. Shane, 3. Came up short. Rebound. Van Zeeland. Panthers hounding in the backcourt. Van Zeeland goes to his knee. And we've got a timeout called by the coach way on the other end.
And he's lucky the ref was trailing so far behind.
He was able to hear it.
Right.
We'll stay here on this timeout. 1:10 to go. 64-56. Wrightstown, excuse me. Well, Brett, this one did not, will not lack for entertainment. That's for sure.
Hazard, 19 points here in the second half for Wrightstown.
It will be Tiger basketball. They've got to go end to end. I'm sure they're going to try and hold it and wait for the Panthers to commit that foul. It's a double bonus for Wrightstown.
Wrightstown shooting 70% from the line here in the second half.
Right now, the guy that nobody's guarding is Hayes. They get it into Hazard. Lead pass ahead to Van Zeelen. Over to Hansen, and Hansen is fouled by Pete.
Yeah, they can't afford to let much time go off the clock. Hansen's 2 of 2 from the line.
That took 7 seconds off the clock. And Hansen will be on the free throw line to shoot 2. Money on the first.
That they are. That's what wins close games, is cashing in at that free throw line. And that's what Wrightstown's doing.
2 bounces. Eyes the prize. Rolls around and in.
They've only missed 3 free throws here in the second half.
It's a 10-point game. 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Man, outside. Stefsik launching deep. Got it! That was a bomb by Stefsik. Another timeout. 52.9 left to go. 7-point Wrightstown lead. Again, we'll be staying here until the post game, Dave. And now there's a little discussion. I don't know if it's discussion on the clock or what, but
yeah, I think
66-59, 52.9 on the clock. I didn't catch that, but the assistant coaches for the Panthers, now the officials are going to get together and talk about this. I don't know if they wanted to time out a little quicker than that, or if they thought the clock kept running. I'm not sure.
No, Coach Hobian was pleading for something there.
Now Coach Hurst comes over and double checks with the officials. It'll be Wrightstown basketball. They get to run the baseline. Panthers are going to put full court pressure on the floor for Oconto Falls. Pete, Nelson, Mann, Shane, and Stefsik. Hansen will inbound. Finding in the corner, and he's quickly fouled by Pete.
Connor picking up, I think, only his second.
Looks like that's the guy the Panthers wanted to foul because they left him open and then quickly collapsed. Has he been there before, Brett?
He has not. It's fresh territory for him tonight. Might as well try somebody else because the rest of them are just knocking him down cold.
And that was the guy because he missed the first. Finding a 6'4" senior. Solid senior. Yeager wants to check in. He's for the shooter. Finding has one more. Tight rotation. Long rebound. Tapped around. Mann has it. 50 seconds. Front court. Mann over to Nelson. Corner. Pete. Catch and shoot.
No,
came up well short. Shane keeps it alive. He tries to get it in. Taken away by Van Zeelen. And he's going to be fouled by Stefsik. Shane had it on the fifth. Deep underneath his own basket. Tried to get it into Stefsik. And Van Zeelen, with those long arms, gathered it.
Yeah, Van Zeelen to the line. He knocked in his only attempt so far.
38.6 left to go. 7 points. Tiger lead. Make it 8. Yeager in, binding out. Second free throw. No good. Shane had it. Wrightstown comes away with it. Hazard has it in the corner. Double teamed outside. Hayes, 30 seconds. Panthers need to foul if they're going to try and get this thing from ticking away on them. And they do, and it'll be Hayes.
Mann's picking up the foul, his third. Hayes is to the line, where he's 5 of 6.
Tough to see that free throw rebound go back to
that was a
Wrightstown.
That one hurt. Long rebound out to the corner, and Panthers just out of hustle for that one.
And Hayes makes them pay. Makes the first. One more. That's no good. This time Pete gathers the rebound to Stefsik. 25 seconds. Into the front court. Picks up the dribble to Pete. Back to Septic. He tries to force one up. Blocked. Knocked away. Hansen's going to be called for traveling. Along the baseline.
And last couple of shots haven't been too good by the Panthers. I know you're in a tight situation here, but you got to get a little bit better luck than what they've taken the last 2 times.
18.3 on the inbound. Hansen steals that, and then Nelson comes up and fouls right away.
Nelson's 4th foul.
It was a gallant effort by the Panthers, but I believe they're going to come up
just
a little short.
Too much of Hazard and too much of Hayes.
Hansen chips in another one.
Hansen had himself a nice game, too.
That makes it a double-digit lead at 10.
They got 3 players in double digits for Wrightstown.
Hansen, a senior, 6'2". He's got another one. And Wrightstown hits the 70 mark. Fans, front court.
Now it's partially blocked.
Fire away. That's blocked. See if the Panthers stay off here. Hansen in the backcourt. 7 seconds. 5. Panthers are going to lay off them. And that's going to do it. But this one runs down. And Wrightstown's going to win this one. 70-59. Wrightstown now 10-1 in the Northeastern Conference. They stay at least in a tie for the top spot. Their overall record is now 12-3. Panthers will fall to 3-11 on the season and 2-9 in conference play. It was a fun, entertaining game to watch when Wrightstown play in the second half, and they go away with a 70-59 victory. Brett and I will come back for our Panther postgame show right after these messages. You've been listening to high school basketball on WOCO Sports Radio.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in Oconto, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Did you know NEW Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative? So as a credit union member, you own the credit union. Because we have no stockholders to satisfy, the profits go back to you, the owner, in the form of better rates and a multitude of up-to-date services. NEW Credit Union has offices in Oconto Falls, Surrey, Oconto, and Peshtigo, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto and Shawano counties of Wisconsin, and Menominee County, Michigan. It is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and an equal housing opportunity lender. Find out what we're all about online at newcu.org or call 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Why not take advantage of everything your local credit union has to offer? We're your home team, here to serve you. Why not try NEW Credit Union and own it?
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Todd Peterson, Brett Crandall back at the Oconto Falls Fieldhouse. Panther Post Game Show coming at you. Tonight's ball game goes to Wrightstown with a 70-59 victory. Panthers actually led at halftime, 24-23, but that was after Wrightstown jumped on top 12-0 after just 6.5 minutes into this ball game. Panthers had yet to score. Panthers then went on a 24-11 run to close the half and take that 1-point lead. Panthers shot 34% in the first half. They did a lot of that without Caribou and Shane on the floor with 2 fouls. The second half saw Wrightstown outscore the Panthers 47-35 to take this victory 70-59. Panthers actually had a 35-33 lead with 11:50 left to go in the ball game. Wrightstown then goes on a 12-0 run to grab a 10-point lead at 45-35, and they never gave it back. Panthers kept clawing away, but just couldn't get it enough going in that second half, and Wrightstown comes away with the victory. As we said during the game, Brett, entertaining ball game, hard-fought ball game for the Panthers, but Wrightstown, they're on top of the conference for a reason.
Yeah, they had 3 players put up double digits, 24 points for Hazard, 17 points for Hayes, and then 16 for Hansen. Get 3 players that can score like that, and then throw in their free throw percentage, 20 of 26 from the line for 77%. I mean, that's a hard machine to shut down and beat, and that's why they're sitting up at the top of the conference. But hey, hats off to the Panthers. They played hard, played them well. They hung in there, and the same things that kind of have bitten the Panthers in the past kind of bit them again. Just shooting 60% from the line. There was a series in there where they turned the ball over 3 times in a row that led to 6 easy points for the Tigers. And but again, heck of a job for the Panthers, hustling out there, playing hard, and that's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, I think those 3 turnovers in a row, Brett, came after Connor Peets made a 3-point play with 3:20 left to go in the game, and it cut the lead to 4 points at 56-52. Then three possessions in a row, the Tigers came back and made baskets and took a 62-52 lead. Joining us now, head coach of the Oconto Falls Panthers, Coach Hurst. Coach, talked to you on Tuesday. You said that one stung a little bit. When you come out and look at this one, I tell you what, your kids play. You had a gallant effort after falling behind 12-0. What did you say to your team at that point?
It's the same thing. I said, this is going to be a recurring theme. I looked at my guys on the bench at the end. I said, jeepers, you guys are going to kill me. I don't say anything to them.
The life of the coach, right?
I said to them, guys, we've been here before. It's a game of runs, and we know we're going to get ours. And we did. And
it was a big one, too, 24-11 to close the half. I mean, you guys are down 12-0, outscore them 24-11 going into the locker room with a 1-point lead.
I'm going to sound biased, and I don't care. I will challenge anybody to say that that we don't play harder than anybody around. I'm serious. I know people who we play. Our guys just don't quit.
I can only predict what the conversation between Coach Hayes and you was after the game, but I gotta believe it had something to do with your effort.
He did. He said, you know what? And he talked about it before. Corey and I are good friends, and I have a lot of respect for him. This program is, where we want to be. And he just said, you know what? You guys play so hard. I am so impressed. The one thing he said, though, he goes, I do not want to face you in the tournament. He goes, because you just keep coming at us and coming at us. I mean, we're just like a bad rash, I think. We don't go away.
It doesn't go away. I like that. I did have a chance to talk to Coach Hayes before the game, and that was one of the comments he made to me. Is he says right now Oconto Falls is They're playing well. They're shooting well. And anytime the ball goes in the basket, everything else looks a little better, too.
Yeah, they compete. And, some of those shots in the first half that we had kind of was like, I don't even know how they win it. And in the second half, we had those really good looks and missed them. And, man, we had some time. Again, as I told the guys in the locker room, you can hang your head and it should sting because you lost to you're losing. And if you're okay with losing, then we have a long way to go. And these guys aren't, and I love it. You know what? With our team, it seems like there's somebody different every night. Somebody else steps up.
You look at your scoreboard right in front of you, Coach. 2 games back to back, I thought Dylan Nelson played very nicely for you. He's looking to score. The other thing I want to mention before I forget is sharing of the basketball.
Yeah, we preach that in our practices. Screens, reverse. I actually, that was the biggest thing that I talked about before the season was about playing as a team. And I said to these guys in the locker room, we played better as a team than I've seen in 5 years that I've been here. Not one guy cares about my stats or me or and I really preach that. And that started when we were over in our team camp at Stevens Point this year. I had a couple guys from UWSP talk to our guys, and they've really bought into that. And we do share the ball. We don't care who gets it, when we get it, but we do move the ball. And it's just somebody different every night. And that's what my gosh, I'm so proud of these guys on how they play together.
You mentioned different guys. Coach, most of that run after you fell down by 12 in the first half, you did it with Caribou and Shane on the bench. Dakota and Josiah both have 2 fouls. You found a lineup that was working.
That lineup, I'll tell you right now, when someone could, people always say, you should be starting. Yeah. You know what? I like having sparks off the bench.
Right.
And you know what? Dylan Nelson, and you said it, I think he's been playing the best basketball of anybody on our team throughout the season, in my opinion. Could he start? Sure he could. But I like him coming off the bench. I like Connor Peets coming off the bench. I'm glad Connor hit some shots for us tonight. Yeah, he missed, but you know what? I'm glad when Kate Rayban comes in the lineup, he gets it.
There's another kid.
Well, and he has to understand matchups, too. People are like, oh, God, he comes in. There's matchups that you have to understand that maybe it's not good for him to be or whatever, but he's a spark, and I just love how they all play. They come in, they give a break, and when we made that run, I wasn't thinking about subbing anybody because they made that run. They deserve to finish that run out. We've had some guys sick. Joe Shane probably just went and threw up again. He's been sick for 4 days, and he'll never come out. He'll never say I'm not good. I mean, he's just a kid, and all those kids battle so hard, and I'm just so proud of them.
Coach, did you have, not that I want you to criticize the officiating crew, but did you have a conversation with your team about how the game was being called? Because quite frankly, it got pretty rough, and there were a lot of no calls. You might say.
Well, and I told them, the thing about Wightstown is they get up in you. They play very physical, and I'm okay with that as long as it's Well, I thought there was in every game there were going to be different calls here and there. I just told our guys, listen, we can't control what they do. We can't control if the refs call or don't call. We just got to play through it and do what we do. And I told them on the sidelines throughout the game, this is who we are.
Mm-hmm.
We just battle. We just play. We don't, we can't worry about the refs because when we start worrying about the refs, then we don't play well. And when we just play and just flat out ball, then I'm happy with that.
Coach, for what it's worth, from a sideline observer with a vested interest, I like the way your team's playing right now, and I think you can be proud and keep it rolling.
I'm proud, but I tell you what, everyone says, nice job, Coach. This has nothing to do. It's all about those kids and what they've done in the offseason. And I said coming into this year, this is the year they're going to compete. They put so much time and effort that they deserve this stuff. They deserve bigger crowds. I'm telling you, anybody has to listen to this thing from Oconto Falls, right? You come and watch us play, and you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to watch a lot of good basketball. These kids are going to play hard. They deserve bigger crowds. And I love the people that come out and watch us. But our kids won't quit because they put so much time and effort in the offseason, and they deserve what they're getting right now. And good things are coming for us.
Coach, keep it going.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks.
Good luck. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll run down the scoring and wrap things up here from the field house. You're listening to Panther Postgame on WOCO.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love seeing him smile when he high-fives his teammates. I love seeing his eyes light up when his team scores a goal. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that high school sports have never been safer. Why? Because coaches have more information than they've ever had. Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing high school sports isn't just safe. It's still the best way to give your teenager a healthy head start in life. And that's something I really love.
This message about the value of high school sports is presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Cloudy tonight with areas of fog, a low of 26 degrees, with light southeast winds at 5 to 10. On Friday, we'll see plenty of sunshine with a high temperature of 43 and southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Saturday, sunshine with a high temperature of 39 degrees. Sunday, sunshine with a high temperature of 26. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 21. Tuesday, we'll see a couple of snow showers with a high temperature of 27 degrees. That's your latest forecast. For WOCO Radio, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
Oconto Falls scored 24 points in the first half, 35 in the second half for a total of 59. Wrightstown, 23 points in the first half, 47 in the second half for a total of 70. That's our team numbers. Brett, what do you got individually?
All right, tonight for the visiting Tigers of Wrightstown, putting up 24 points tonight, Mason Hazart, followed by Luke Hayes with 17, and then 16 by Jason Hainson. 8 points for Van Zeeland, and 3 points for Yeager, and 2 for Feldkamp. Tigers shot 20 of 26 from the free-throw line for 77%, knocked in 6 threes tonight. On the Panther side, leading the way with 13 points, Mason Sefik, closely followed behind Connor Peets with 12, and Mitch O'Mans with 11. 7 points for Dylan Nelson, 6 for Cade Brabant, 5 apiece for Shane and Caribou. Panthers shot 6 of 10 from the free-throw line for 60%, 23 of 64 from the floor for 36%. They also knocked in 6 threes. And that about does it, Todd. We have a final of 59-70. Wrightstown Tigers taking the victory tonight.
Okay, thank you, Brett. Wrightstown now 12-3 on the season. They're 10-1 in Northeastern Conference action. Panthers fall to 3-11 and 2-9 in the conference. Panthers will be on the floor next Monday as they travel to Freedom to take on the Irish. Just a reminder, tomorrow night, the Oconto Falls Lady Panthers will be in the house taking on the Denmark Vikings. We'll have that game right here on WOCO. And taking a quick look at next week on the WOCO schedule, Monday the 29th, the Oconto girls will be hosting Sturgeon Bay. And then on Tuesday the 30th, the Oconto boys will be facing Southern Door at the Oconto High School. Wrestling update, a wrestling programming note. A week from tonight, Thursday, February 1st, the Oconto Falls Panthers taking on Luxembourg Casco here at Oconto Falls High School, and that match can be heard on WOCO also. So a lot of action coming up again tomorrow night and following next week also. So that's going to do it from our vantage point here, courtside at the Oconto Falls Fieldhouse. As Brett said, our final score, Wrightstown 70, Oconto Falls 59. For Dave back in the studio, my partner is Brett Crandall. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's ball game. We'll catch you on the next jump ball. You've been listening to high school basketball right here on WOCO Sports Radio.
It's my time. It's my life.
Thank you for joining us for today's ball game. Our game was brought to you by
the NEW Credit Union, Oconto Falls Insurance Center, Witt's Piggly Wiggly, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, Islandfeld Sketchman Anderson, and 24/7 Well and Pump.
Like I feels.
Be sure to join Brett and I for more Panther action on your #1 home for youth sports, WOCO Stereo FM.